Hi girls, welcome back to another video of the Inner Path YouTube channel. My name is Via and I am so freaking happy to be here with you guys today because first of all, this is my second video in a row. I never thought this was gonna happen. I'm finally committed to this space, to making videos, to showing up. Honestly, at first when I created this YouTube channel, I wasn't sure I was gonna make of it. I was feeling pretty hesitant about making videos, about putting myself out there. But this year is all about taking those big steps because I want to embrace the vision for my business, and that requires me to be bold. That requires me to take a step further. That requires me to be outside of my comfort zone sometimes. So today I come to you with an amazing video that I know you guys are gonna love because this is something that a lot of people wonder about, which is what habits can I implement that are gonna help me in my life? And I wanted to make this video because I want you to know that it doesn't have to be super complicated. You don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. or take a cold bath every single morning. It gets to be simple things that are really effective in your life that can actually help change your energy and frequency, help you attract the things that you desire, and help you just feel better about yourself and about life. Because that's really what we want, isn't it? And so, yeah. Okay, but let's get right into it. Let's get started. So the first thing that I want to talk about is no phone usage. I know, but hear me out, okay? I know this is a hard one when you're very used to your phone. I get it. I literally work on my phone. My screen time varies between 8 to 10 hours every single day on average. So believe me when I tell you, I know what it looks like. The thing is, we get to improve in our lives. We don't have to stay the same forever, even if it feels really hard to change. Change happens gradually, and when we start putting in the effort, when we start dedicating ourselves to changing, changes happen, and eventually you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, oh, this feels so natural now. This feels so easy and effortless to me. And so I want you to keep that in mind while we move forward into all the other habits that I'm going to talk about. To talk about phone usage, this one is really important because we spend a lot of times just on our phones, scrolling on social media, especially the scrolling part I find very detrimental to our mental health and to our well-being in general. This is something that we need to keep in mind because it is very important. And something that I decided to do was create app limits on my phone. So I have an iPhone. I don't know how it works for Androids. I think you can set app limits on every phone. Basically, I choose all the apps and I choose the time limit that I want for each one. I think about the apps that I use the most, and I think about the ones that are not really helpful for me. So I think about Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, etc., even WhatsApp sometimes because I talk to my bestie a lot. Hey, if you're seeing this. So I create a time limit. It's like, okay, I cannot spend more than 3 hours on Instagram. I'm not going to spend more than 1 hour on TikTok. I try to commit to this. Sometimes I have to use my phone a little bit more, again, because I work on social media and because sometimes I do want to use it a little bit more, but this allows me to be aware about how much I'm using my phone. Something that I've been really committed to is to kind of be in a competition with myself where every week I try to be less and less on my phone, and I'm trying to get it down to 5 hours a day, which is crazy to me right now, but I think I can make it happen. I generally think that if I manage my time properly and if I don't scroll as much, that I can get it to 5 hours a day. And that's what I'm gonna do because we are always available to improve if we choose that we are. Still on the topic of your phone time, something that I love doing that has really improved my mental well-being, something that has really allowed me to take up more space and start cultivating a good energy for my day is to wake up and put a timer on my phone for 1 hour 30 to 2 hours. I know not everyone can do this, at least not for as long as I can, but even if it is 10 minutes, and it doesn't mean that you're like in bed, okay? So you can set the hour timer and you can just go on about your morning routine. So even if you're in a rush, let's say that you take 30 minutes to get out of the house before you go to work, set the 30-minute timer, and during that time, don't use your phone. And you're gonna notice that you have even more time than before. You're gonna notice that you're feeling much more grounded. You're gonna notice that your attention span doesn't go all over the place. You're not gonna have weird TikTok sounds playing in your mind every single hour of your day. and you are going to be able to just be more productive, be more focused, feel more grounded, and overall it just allows your brain to just be more relaxed instead of, as soon as you wake up, you're scrolling on your phone, you're already consuming so much information that your brain cannot even process because, in 5 minutes you probably have watched 20 videos without realizing this. I take around 1 hour and 30 to 2 hours to my morning routine, and during this time I am reading my book, journaling, I am doing gratitude. I'm going to talk a lot about all of these too. So I take my shower, sometimes I even go eat, and I'm not on my phone during these times. I might go on my phone to put on some music on Spotify or answer a friend, but I'm very aware of those limits. And also something that I did for myself was to have a downtime on my phone. So basically, I don't know if Androids have this, but it's basically from 11 p.m. to 10 a.m. All my apps are unavailable besides the phone, the contacts, my meditation app, I think. So I've been using that to motivate me even further to just not be on my phone all the time, to be mindful, to be present, and that has been so helpful for me, and I know it's going to be really helpful for you. Now, since we're on the topic of talking about morning routines, I think that this is also very important. For me, my mornings are really valuable because I know that how I start my day is going to influence the rest of my day, and so I'm really mindful of just making space for myself, being in my own energy, being grounded, creating an intention for that day, or simply just anchoring into my vision for my future, just being in that energy of what I want to create in my life and for my business. And that has been really helpful in taking bolder steps. And that has been really helpful in manifesting things quicker because I am envisioning and I am sitting more time in this energy of possibility and abundance. And so things are getting to me quicker. Like I've been receiving so much unexpected money, like out of nowhere. I have been receiving so many more compliments and many more interactions on social media. And I can really see that creating this space for the possibility, creating this space in my body where I am allowing all these feelings of how I would feel if I was in that vision of mine in my future, and kind of bringing those feelings into my present moment has allowed me to create space for those things to just enter my life and enter my energy so effortlessly. Something that I do almost every single morning is to practice my gratitude. I've been doing this for over a year, and it has been so helpful for me to just create a more positive mindset, for me to realize that there is so much available in my life right now. Because if you're only focused on what you don't have, on what you lack, then that's what you're going to continue to pay attention to, and that's the energy that you're putting out there. It's coming from a place of I don't have enough, but I want to focus on I do have so much. I have more than enough, and I'm so thankful for what I have, because when you're in that energy, you create more space, energetically speaking, to just bring those things. Another one is journaling. So I interchange these. I don't do them always every single day, but sometimes I journal, sometimes I do gratitude, sometimes I do something else. Journaling is definitely something that I love doing. It has allowed me to create a really good relationship with myself, with my thoughts, with my emotions, because I have a safe space where I can always go back to express myself. I have a space where I feel safe to feel what I feel, to think what I'm thinking, and that has really allowed me to just observe myself from a different point of view rather than just being so focused in what is happening externally. I can take a step back and really observe my life in a more objective way. And another thing is that it really allows me to understand my own thought process. It allows me to understand, okay, what is actually going on for me to feel this certain way, what is behind this. And I explore my thoughts, I explore my limiting beliefs, I explore so many things that exist within myself because of my journaling practice. It has really allowed me to just take my healing a step further. I was able to let go of a lot of past versions of myself so that I could become the woman that I am today, which I feel much more empowered in my life, much more confident, and much more just free because I'm not holding on to past pain. I'm not holding on to resentment. I'm not holding on to all my traumas nowadays like I was before. I'm in a constant process of processing and letting go and releasing and understanding and having compassion for myself. And that has allowed me to just navigate life in a much more empowered way, and navigate it in a way that is always making space for more of what I want and always helping me purge what doesn't serve me anymore. And that's how I've created the life that I have today, that is pretty much the life of my dreams, you know? Another thing that I've been doing basically every single day that I've been really loving is doing EFT tapping. So I'm not the best person to explain what EFT tapping is. What I know is it helps you reprogram your subconscious mind, helps you soothe yourself on an emotional level, and it has been really helpful for me energetically to just work on my subconscious mind to help me reprogram my mind, because something that I'm focused on for this year is to just change my money mindset, understand that, you know, abundance and richness is always available to me, and doing these exercises has been allowing me to receive so much more money, see so many more opportunities, and take those opportunities. And so that's something that I've been really loving, and I would definitely give it a try if I were you. And before I forget, still on the topic of no phones, so this is not just something that you do during the morning. You can do this at any time of your day. You can set up a timer at night so that the last hour of your day you're not scrolling on your phone before you go to bed. You're instead maybe reading a book, or you're doing your gratitude practice because maybe you don't have time in the morning, or maybe you're just taking a shower and taking some time with yourself. Mindfulness has really been helpful to me, and I practice it very often throughout the day. So for example, when I'm walking my dog, I either leave my phone at my house, or if I'm walking for a longer period of time, then I do take my phone by either putting it on airplane mode, or I'm just like very committed to myself and not scrolling. I'm not saying that you can never take your phone out, but if you feel like you might go there, then be very mindful of that and be honest with yourself, because that's okay, you know? We all have to start somewhere, and sometimes for me, I notice that, yeah, if I do take my phone, I am gonna feel that urge to go there and to check out my phone, to check out my notifications, to check out my Instagram. So I'm not, because I already work so much on my phone and on social media that it's really important for me to create very clear boundaries with myself, so that I can create a better space, so that I have a life outside my phone, and so that I'm cultivating a good energy within myself. Because more than manifesting something and achieving something is to be in a present moment that feels good to you, because the present moment is all you really have. Like, yes, I want to have €1,000,000 in my bank account eventually, but I'm not gonna be sad or frustrated or angry or overwhelmed until I get there. I'm always gonna choose to ask myself, okay, how can I cultivate the feelings of abundance, harmony, peace, excitement, happiness right here in this moment? And if I notice that, okay, how I'm living my life is not really allowing me to do this, then I ask myself, okay, how can I do more of that? How can I create more moments that allow me to feel those things? And so something for me has been, you know, taking my mindful mornings. Another thing is I have so many hobbies, and that's also something that I wanted to speak on, you know, having hobbies, having things that you do that are not on your phone, that don't involve, you know, screens, your laptop, your phone, your Netflix. I get it. I love Netflix. I'm not saying stop watching it. Of course not, especially because Netflix is going to sponsor me one day. So we don't want that. I don't want you to stop watching Netflix. I just want you to make space for you. Okay, quality time with yourself is so important for the relationship you have with yourself. And something that you need to understand, and that's something that I always talk about, is that your relationship with yourself is literally the most important thing in your life, because everything that is happening externally, everything that is happening around you, your circumstances, the situations that you don't like, your relationships, all of that is a reflection of your relationship with yourself, of how you relate to your thoughts, to your emotions, to your inner child, what is happening within you, how you're feeling most of the time. Because if you're feeling bad about yourself, it's normal that your reality is not going to be that good. And we often think that it's our reality that makes us feel bad, but actually we feel bad, and so it creates a reality. That's how manifestation works. That's how the laws of the universe work. I don't know exactly which law that is, but I know this to be true because as soon as I started working on the relationship with myself, and as soon as I started feeling better with myself, everything started changing around me. Cultivating quality time with yourself is actually essential. It is a priority. It should be your number one priority. I get it that it's not always obvious. I get that it's so easy to get wrapped up in where you want to go and how you want to do things and everything that is happening around you. And that's why it's so important to have spaces like the Goddess Codes, for example, which is my membership, to just come back to yourself, to have a reminder of, okay, like, where am I at right now? What is happening in my inner world? Where have I been emotionally, physically, mentally? Like, what has been happening, and how can I change what needs adjustment right now? How can I continue to be more aligned to the person that I want to be? Because you're not going to become the person that you want to be by not being that person, and by not choosing to be in the energy that she would be in, that she is currently in. You become that person by being her right now. And so it's so important that whatever you see her have, that you start cultivating that feeling within you. Quality time is so major, okay? Something that I love to do is every Monday I take myself on solo dates, and it doesn't have to cost a thing, by the way. I literally have a table on Notion with like date ideas. I also have the option of, okay, do I want it to be for free? Am I okay with spending some money? Am I okay with spending a lot of money? The other day I went on a solo date and I spent €4, which is basically nothing. I bought a rose for myself, and I bought my favorite snack, which is cheese balls, obviously. And it was so good. I went into a park, I just sat there, sunbathed, and I felt like a queen, like a princess. And that changes your energy so much. And hobbies kind of fall into this too, because it is quality time with yourself and your inner child. Things like painting, drawing, singing, playing an instrument, roller skating, surfing, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to try. It doesn't have to be something specific. It can be anything, literally. You just look for hobbies on Pinterest and you pick one that you want to try and you try it. I've even tried origami at some point, and I was like, you know what, this is really cool, because it starts giving you perspective on, actually, there's so much more beyond our phones. Actually, there's so much more to life than to just be on our screens watching other people live their lives, because that is so unfair to us. And so that was a big part of my journey, and has allowed me to fall into my feminine energy, which allows me to feel more receptive to everything and allows the universe to give me everything, because I am open and I'm ready to receive. My heart is open. I'm emotionally stable. I'm emotionally just available for myself, because if you're not available for yourself, then a lot of the things that you desire will not be able to come into your energy field, because you aren't available for yourself. How can you be available for something else? This is really important for you to start noticing, because these things have the power to change your entire reality, and they do not have to be complicated. You do not have to do these every single day all the time, but the more you do them, the more you're going to allow yourself to be in the energy of what you want to attract. And so you are going to win so much by doing these things. And I'm talking about all these habits, but I want you to keep something in mind. If you're not committed to the basic things like brushing your teeth, eating at regular times, your sleep schedule is so freaking important. Do you take showers? Do you take care of yourself? That is the bare minimum. I want you to start there. And I know if you struggle with mental health, I know if you struggle, that those things are so easy to like ignore, and we very easily abandon ourselves. We very easily neglect ourselves. But for you to create the life that you desire, you need to start making that a non-negotiable. So you need to start showering. I'm not saying that you need to shower every day. I don't shower every day, but like, take care of your hygiene. When I was in my toxic relationship and I was feeling really depressed, I would literally not brush my teeth. And you might think that that's a small thing, but it really does impact the way you perceive yourself, how your inner child feels, and it makes you feel neglected, because you are in fact neglecting yourself, and that impacts your self-esteem, that impacts the self-trust that you build, that impacts how much you get to rely on yourself, and you need that as a foundation if you want to build a better life for you. So I think that was it. That was it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure that you are liking, subscribing if you haven't. Comment down below what habits you're already implementing in your life. What habits have been really important for you that have allowed you to just shift your energy and cultivate more of the things that you want. And make sure that you do that notification ring bell thingy so that you don't miss out on new videos. I love you guys. Bye.